everybody, my name is Allison. I'm the Programs Outreach and Youth Services Manager here at Monterey County Free Libraries. Thank you for joining me today for another episode of Book Chat Teens. Today I'm going to talk to you about a book that I just finished reading, and it is called Darius the Great is Not Okay. It's by Adib Khorram, Khorram. This is a YA novel, a teen novel. And I would recommend this for high school students. This book is realistic fiction, and it follows the main character Darius as he travels with his family to Iran to visit his grandparents for the first time. His mother is Iranian and his father is white, and they live in Portland, and that is where Darius is growing up. He has a younger sister, and Darius kind of gets made fun of a lot at school. He gets picked on. He suffers openly from depression and anxiety and is on medication and sees a therapist for these mental health issues. His dad also suffers from depression and also is on medication, and that is talked about in great length throughout the book. The book talks a lot about Darius's mental health battles and how he's trying to be himself while also trying to fit in with what he considers normal. And what I really love about Darius as a character is that he is not afraid to be himself. So there are many times in this book where he cries openly. He's very upfront with himself about his likes and dislikes. He might not always voice those to other people, but he's a teenager and he's figuring it all out. And he doesn't see in himself that he's very good at being himself. So when he travels to Iran, it's because his grandfather has been diagnosed with an inoperable brain tumor, and the family is going to say their goodbyes. But for Darius and his little sister, it's also their first hello to their grandparents and their Iranian family. They haven't met any of these people in person. They've met them over Skype. And he grapples with feeling kind of isolated in this world at first. He doesn't speak Farsi, whereas his little sister does fluently. He doesn't feel very Persian. He doesn't feel very American when he's at home either. So he kind of is struggling with these two different cultural identities. But very quickly, when he gets to Iran, he meets a boy about his age named Sarab. And Sarab and him become friends very, very quickly. And Sarab's a very beautiful friend because he just lets Darius be himself. And he really embraces him very quickly. And they have this very beautiful friendship that grows throughout the course of the book. So this is what I like to call a quiet book. There are a lot of heavy topics in here. There's death, disease, getting older, dealing with cultural identity, living in two different worlds, depression, mental health, being bullied, male friendship, and how to navigate that. One thing that Darius loves about Sarab is that he doesn't feel uncomfortable giving him a hug or putting his arm around him. All these signs of male affection that in American culture are kind of frowned upon or labeled as gay. And so Darius really loves that he can express his love for his friend without being worried about being bullied. But like I said, it deals with all these heavy issues, but it does so in such a realistic way where they're all just woven into the fabric of this story and the experience of traveling to a different country. It doesn't come off as preachy. It doesn't come off as talking down to you at all, or like it's trying to lecture you about any of these issues. The author does such a good job of just representing this person's life and what they're dealing with and letting you come along for this journey. So there's no huge climactic action in the book. There's actually no actual death of his grandparents. There is a character that passes, but off screen. He doesn't pass in the actual action of the book. We just hear about his passing. So it's just a very nice glimpse of this person's life and their experience, and how this experience really shapes Darius, and he comes back to America a very different person. So I loved this book a lot. The author is, as you can see, here's a picture of him in the back of the book. He's written 2 other books. There's a sequel to this, which I can't wait to read. This came out in 2018, I believe, and the sequel was published in 2020. So we have this in our collection. It's really, really, really good book. Male main characters, lots of important topics, but dealt with in a very realistic way. I hope that you check it out. If you have any books that you'd like to recommend to me, please let me know in the comments below, and I will see you all next time. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye-bye, everyone.